And gentlemen, hello and welcome back again to the Starlighter I-League Invitational Season 3. We're going to be taking a look at game number 2 now. Navi facing off against Team Spirit. I'm Lyrical, joined as well by Aosin. We're going to be bringing you the action and calling what we're seeing in front of us, as we've seen a little bit of a switch up this time around. It's Team Spirit who take the Night Stalker and the Necro, and it's Navi with Disruptor Void. What are you thinking, my man?
Ooh. Well, Team Spirit, before the game started, they asked for as long as possible delay for the game to start. Really needed the time to talk it out, figure out what they need to do. So, I mean, I'm ready to see the changes that they have in mind going into this game. They're gonna ignore the Panda for starters.
Yeah, that didn't feel like it really offered the most in that last game. It felt like it was, in some ways, almost not necessarily a liability, but like it didn't fit with the script of what they were trying to do. Almost like, you know, Broodmother was going around finding a bunch of kills kind of on her own, and then they didn't end up using the Brewmaster ulti all that much. This time around, I'd expect to see them probably make better use of whatever offlaner ends up being. Do you think that this is going to be a 3 Night Stalker or a 4?
Team pick.
So far, my guess is a 3.
Team pick.
The reason why I say that is because I've never seen FNG play Night Stalker, but I mean, I'm sure he can play it. So we'll just have to see. It's too hard to make a prediction so far.
For sure.
And since there is a Void as well as an Earthshaker, I think giving your Night Stalker a little more farm priority would definitely help out in getting that Scepter a little faster.
5 seconds remaining.
That would be quite good. And I mean, you don't even necessarily, we've seen some, obviously that last game Scepter was amazing because of all of the initiating heroes, and I guess it's the same type of thing here. I will say I'm a little bit worried about Navi because the thing that they've looked really good at the past 3 games was shutting down the vision and asserting dominance with that. In this game, it doesn't look like they have the tools to do that so much yet, versus Team Spirit, who have a Night Stalker, so naturally it's going to be hard to see what's happening around the map. Maybe they can have their next couple picks help to address that issue, Clockwork, or I don't think you can go Ricky this game.
No, I don't think so either. I don't think you want to go Ricky anyways, simply because there's already not so much going into the Chronosphere. They might go back to their Skywrath, but like you said, Skywrath is only, you know, there to provide damage. But
and with Seneko already most likely going to be on the Disruptor, I don't even know if they can really do it. It'd be tough. They're going to go PL. That's something that Crystallize has proven to be quite competent on, and if he can get the same type of farm that he got, as long as Team Spirit don't pick Anti-Mage, I think they're fine.
Phantom Lancer, pretty good against the Necrophos, you know, one of the diffusal carries, so that you can actually purge off the Ghost Shroud. And Sven coming out immediately. This is definitely the right pick, because playing Phantom Lancer against a Sven is suffering.
That doesn't sound fun at all. I don't want to see that. He does have a lot of things to kind of worry about, though, with the Chronosphere already there, and Earthshaker Fissure sometimes being an awkward interaction to play around. And they also don't have anything like a Darkseer to kind of pull it all together. Maybe that's something that they could run themselves if they wanted to. I don't know. Do you think that's an issue at all?
I think if anything, they need some initiation right now. You have the Night Stalker to provide you vision. I'm pretty sure this is no longer going to be a offlane Night Stalker. I think it's better to have him as a 4. You have a 5 Rubik, and then you pick up an initiating hero on the offlane so that you can actually set up or prevent a Void from actually jumping on your team. So I think that's probably the best option they have for them.
Okay. Ban of the Legion Commander. That's one of those initiating type of heroes. Biver Rubik most likely as well, playing against his former team. And we'll have to wait what that last set of bans is. It's going to be a Team Spirit. Actually, Navi got last pick as well. So what do you feel like Navi kind of need out of their last pick?
They need a mid hero that can follow up on this this Void's Chrono. Maybe I think like going back to the Mirana actually isn't a bad idea either. I think it's actually pretty good here.
And other heroes that Dendy's taken has been like a Quap or a Puck too, but yeah, I like the idea that you're talking about there. Anybody that can throw damage in that Chrono.
Actually, going back to the Invoker is not a bad idea either.
Ooh. Oh man, I would love to see that. His Invoker was so sick. Quas Wex just drained all the mana. They couldn't do a damn thing.
Yeah. Except I think this time you probably go Exort. I mean, alternatively, you could still go Quas Wex, I suppose. You just kind of play away from each other rather than together. And if you do end up Chronosphereing a bunch of people, you know, I'm sure Dendy is more than capable of just hitting the yeah, just hitting the EMP.
Mm-hmm. Well, Team Spirit really taking their time with this last pick.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of other mids they're trying to consider right now. Maybe thinking about the Queen of Pain as well. Maybe the Lina.
I think it's kind of tough because there's always going to be like sort of a counter. If you take Quap, then you're going to get pucked. If you get Puck, then you might get TA'd. If you get, you know, what have you, there's just always going to have that potential to get counterpicked. Necro still could be run mid as well. They're going to take out the Quap.
Wow!
Oh god!
I guess that was one of the heroes they were anticipating, perhaps.
Yeah. Knowing what they're doing
Radiant
inside their heads.
pick.
Admiral Tonka!
Wow.
Okay, so it is gonna be the off-lane Night Stalker then.
Huh. Do you like this?
I mean, I think it'll work.
You may
Oh, they're gonna
now
go for the
select your
Zeus.
heroes.
Oh lordy.
Of all the times we talked about Zeus pairing up with the Faceless Void, the one time we actually don't say anything about it, they finally pick it.
I got baited. I was like, I kept on saying, "Oh, Zeus Faceless Void, it's so good," and then never ended up picking it. Now going back to it, I mean, it's a really strong hero. Dendy's played it, I think, at least once in these qualifiers. Do you think it's what they needed?
It's a great hero. It kind of counteracts the whole Night Stalker potentially jumping on you as well. You sometimes, if you feel like, you know, it's time to go, you just hit your ulti, and then General can actually see everything that's going on and potentially set up a chrono before anything actually happens to him.
Yeah. All right, game number 2 for Team Spirit. It's one away from getting eliminated, and likewise, Navi just one away from making it to that first minor of the year, first big event of the year, coming up in just a little while here now. But early movement out, FNG able to
Prepare
actually
for
complete
battle.
his TP this time, as opposed to last game. And Seneko looks like they might be crossing paths. Actually, they just spot him out. Okay, so they see FNG moving. Oh, that really sucks. Oh, FNG, he is going to probably de-ward it here, unless he...
Wait, he didn't actually place anything.
Yeah, but they see that he didn't place anything too.
I mean, that's better than placing it.
Yeah, that's true. All right, General. Can they kill him?
Uh-oh.
Couple quick punches. Body blocks coming in. Oh no, FNG. He's going to throw out the torrent. Still going to be blocked. He can't go for a jump forward if he wants, but the rest of the heroes showing up. They decide to think better of it.
Yeah, if that torrent didn't connect, I think General would have been able to body block him long enough
30 seconds
for
to
Seneko to get close enough to just glimpse him back, and then that would have been a first blood for Zeus, which is pretty damn scary
Yeah.
for Team Spirit if Zeus just picks up the first blood. But
He's
gonna
already
make it away.
claritied. Huh.
yeah, you gotta go in the lane with full mana.
All right. Does
No, I
Piper
definitely
have an
agree.
inkling? You agree with it?
No, I agree that he probably could have waited a little
The
bit.
battle
Yeah.
You're gonna lose out on a tiny bit of efficiency, but not that big of a deal.
Biver will wait for a second to see if there was a ward placed. I think that they might have an idea that it's happening. Oh, they see that. Man, I don't think that they're going to be able to get that D ward, though. Look at that ward. If they get that D ward, Biver is going to be so sad.
No, they'll get the D award because you place the place you place the ward is like right in the middle because
Go
it
ahead,
covers the
mark
most
it.
area and
Yeah, they're pinging it
where
out
they,
where
basically
they go.
where they're pinging it. Yeah.
All right, well, we'll see. In the
Dire's
meantime,
courier has been
it's a
killed.
Dire Courier. Oh,
Seneko.
Seneko. What a guy. And I don't
Did
think
his
that they're going
job.
to be able to find that kill either. Roger's rotating in. That means that they don't have the Kunkka to help out Iceberg. I think that Snako should be fine here. And in fact, he might be able to find body blocks on Iceberg. No, they don't want to do that. Too scary.
I mean, the kill is not even worth it, to be honest.
Yeah.
Oh, Roger, he's just gonna waste Iceberg's time. This is so annoying.
Oh no, Iceberg. Look at your creeps. They're being denied.
This is
Oh.
so painful to watch.
Oh, Roger. He's body blocking him again. What a guy. This
He's
is
just
next
wasting his
level.
time.
All right, FNG coming to help out his buddy, but he missed like probably a wave, maybe half a wave. Dendy's like a decent amount of the way towards level 3.
I think he missed about 3 creeps.
Yeah.
That's my guess.
All right, and General got the D word over here as well, like you were talking about. Man, that's not I mean, it's obviously not the worst thing in the world, but it's also not the way you want to start this game off.
It's a hilarious way to start it off for us.
Yeah, true enough. Well, General boots first. Wanted to get a quick little hit on the Biver in the backside, but doesn't end up happening. FNG, in the meantime, with boots, is going to wrap around and get himself a rune. Likewise, General is able to pick one up, and there is a regen up top, which is scouted out by Iceberg. And he should be able to finish that one up or go pick it up pretty easily.
I was just really worried about this last pick, Kunkka, because I feel like with this Kunkka pickup, they are very, very all in on this Necrophos.
Oh, Dendy gonna get punched. They are blocking him for a second, but no longer. So with the regen on Iceberg, that really hurts Dendy's lane a whole hell of a lot.
Gonna bring out probably a salve and a bottle refill.
Block off here. DK Phobos, level 3, but will be punished and taken down. They give the kill over to Roger, and believe it or not, that's actually going to be first blood, so he's going to have Arcane Boots at 3 minutes.
The level 2 Arcane Boots. The dream.
God. Top lane. General. Not really going to be in any worry in this lane, I would imagine. With just the 2 disables, is there any way they can kill him at all?
No. So I have absolutely no way. See, that's the extent of their damage.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Immediately taken off. All right, Iceberg, after having that courier killed, he has a lot of items to be brought back into his inventory. 14 stick charges as well. Well, we do see FNG sort of posturing like he wanted to go down bottom. But it's been PL having a good time here. 20-4 versus the 20-5 of that Sven.
It's pretty funny to see that despite the early body blocks coming out of
Dire's
Earthshaker,
bottom tower is
Necrolite
under
managed
attack.
to catch up and overtake Zeus's farm.
Yeah. I think part of that has to do with the regen, definitely. But oh, Snako not quite able to get there in time for the Arcane Rune. Meanwhile, this is also General getting aggressive over here with Biver, slowing him down. Orb of Venom and Boots might be able to find this kill, looking for the opening, but he guessed the wrong way, and Biver will escape.
He hits the torrent.
Okay. Well, that's going to be the catch in the kill. As Crystallize is going to send his illusions forward to tank the tower, and that keeps him alive. As Iceberg mid lane getting chased down here. He does have a Fairy Fire, though, so they won't be able to get him.
Yeah, I think overall the Necrolite actually is still, as a hero, just better than Zeus in lane, in my opinion.
Yeah.
His ability to sustain, like you said, much greater, and I think just his last hitting is like a little easier. Zeus is just atrocious to last hit with, in my opinion.
Yeah. They're going to get the deny as well on that ward, taking it away. Meanwhile, Roger trying to mess with ILTW and make his life a little bit frustrating as well. See if they can do much as Corrido walking up top. I think that they recognize now what's happening. As the Kunkka is moving in, they're going to be able to find a stun to start it. Torrent to follow, connects onto them. They have a lift up as well, but they don't end up being able to use it perfectly, and General should be able to escape. They get the kill onto the Earthshaker, though.
Not a bad kill. Kill is a kill. I think Spirit are looking to smoke up here, potentially make a play on Zeus. I think ganking Zeus is definitely one of the heroes you want to be focusing on, simply because of just how vulnerable he is.
Oh, they get the bottle refill, and Iceberg, he's going to have to rotate. Oh, looking for the block off. I don't think it's going to be enough, though. And Roger, he'll be able to go and secure that rune. That means
but he's going to get caught here. Where's Viver? Viver's coming in as well.
They
do have the
Reaper
Reaper.
side. Yeah,
Oh,
Roger's dead.
I
Tried to interrupt it, but to no avail. And Dendi, in the meantime, going to be able to get out of there. So again, Earthshaker, despite his early first blood, running into issues.
All right. Team Spirit, despite that clowny start, lanes seem to be doing pretty decently. DK Phobos not getting quite as much as General is, but I think Night Stalker isn't quite as farm dependent.
Yeah.
Oh, he's going to be going for the carry build, though. Look at the items that he has queued up. He's got the urn queued up, as well as the armlet, treads.
If he can get it eventually, that'd be great. They do have the rotation in with Kunkka, as well as the Rubik, and they're going to be looking for a jump here. Does General have an inkling that this is happening? It's pretty hard to find it, since it's only 2 points in X right now.
Oh, bottom lane, DK Phobo is going to get blocked off in a lot of trouble.
He's going to end up falling. Meanwhile, though, General able to escape away from that stun. They popped God Strength for it as well. So good jump away there before the stun was able to connect onto him. And that rotation is foiled while they find the kill down bottom.
Very nicely done by Navi, making use of that Zeus global presence.
Would have loved to see him be able to get the kill steal on it. I don't think that he did end up finding that. Yeah, he just got an assist on it, since
he was
he's
close.
a little bit behind. Yeah.
He was very close. More importantly is that they weren't able to save DK Phobos, and Iceberg still ended up completing the TP, so he's going to be staying down here instead. Going to be switching up lanes with DK Phobos.
Okay. That gives Dendi a little bit more room as he is building towards the Veil as well. It is a haste rune that they will save for Dendi, and maybe use this to try and find a kill into Iceberg. They don't see what rune it is. Nah, it might be a little too hard.
It's really difficult to kill off Iceberg right now. He's got a power tread, as well as a nearly fully loaded wand, fairy fire, as well as the Hood of Defiance. So, not going to be feeling threatened, even with multiple heroes coming into his lane.
Yeah, Kunkka's still only level 3. He's also not going to be able to really make an easy kill onto Dendi, I don't think. He's going to pop his haste and just run away. So they at least take that off of it, as Iceberg down bottom, you were mentioning it, is going to get ran in, pulled back as well. Zeus is showing up. He still has that haste. The chrono is there, and that should be enough, I believe. Maybe with the ulti follow-up here. There's the kill. Well done.
They had to use so much to kill him.
Wow.
But Iceberg definitely overstepping his boundaries. He is very difficult to kill, but it's still doable when you have 4 heroes on top of you, so does have to be a little careful about that. Can't play too cockily, especially since he is the top net worth on his team.
Yeah. Well, and the nice part about this is it gives Earthshaker a free lane for a little while Zeus is going to farm out the Ancients. There's nobody top, so there's a little bit of experience being lost there, but by and large, things aren't looking too bad right now. Hello? Iceberg. Hello? I guess with the Hood, he really doesn't care.
Yeah, he's incredibly tanky. General has made his way back up. I'm kind of surprised to see that Team Spirit didn't really put any pressure on the tower while everyone's gone.
Yeah.
I think in a way that kind of hurts them, but looks like camps are going to be blocked. Ancient not going to make it. Oh, Sven is just going to go for it.
Okay. Let's do it. Time to party. We saw one of the beginning couple of interactions here as General is going to not be able to go on to Viver. Crystallize going for the Doppelganger as the X pullback happens. So we might need to see FNG mix up the way that he is pulling people back. It's not like immediately after, like he could fake a Torrent or something, because otherwise they're just going to be able to Doppelganger it away every time.
Stop dead.
That's a good point. I'm pretty sure he's gonna be pulling it back. You basically have to make a guess between two different timings, in my opinion. One being the torrent timing, and the other one being the full duration. So it's either somewhere around like 1.5 seconds and 4 seconds. So
Yeah.
see how he deals with that.
Well, and you can sometimes do like a pump fake of the torrent and then throw a second one and get them to like stay out of vision or something. But it's not easy. It's a
true.
pretty good matchup for PL. So Iceberg is going to move in mid here. They've got FNG, who's also scouting out. He has 3 points in X now, but doesn't look like they're comfortable with chasing that. General, all right.
You just Chronos him. Where's the stun?
All right, they find the kill, and he's actually going to be able to
dodged
get...
it.
Did that really end up dodging?
Yeah, it connected while he was mid-time walk.
All right, they don't have a silence either. DK Phobos not having a silence means that General's going to be able to escape. And also, Seneko makes that play. So they take down the tower bottom. They kill off the Rubik.
And they can't get General.
Well, X.
Oh, top lane though.
Yeah,
he still has Static Storm. He might use it here. No, he's just
take
gonna
the
give up
damage.
his life.
Phobos is there, and he finds the kill.
Then he finishes up the Veil of Discord now. I think he's going to be able to contribute quite a bit in these team fights. Also takes that 25 movement speed talent. So, going to be a little more mobile.
Lacking the regen, but there's Arcane Boots on his Shaker. As well as, I'm sure, soon to be other regen items. And imagine you just go for Bloodstone this game. Was that like the same every time, pretty much?
I think it kind of depends. For this game, you really don't want to get caught out, so we might see something like Yule's first, maybe, just to dodge out some spells.
Oh, Phobos, he's gonna get caught, stuck in there. Kinetic Field doesn't mean you can fly over the top of it, buddy, and Veil out as well. Maybe a little bit on the later side with that one. There's the glimpse back in, and X-Play.
Ooh, that's X-Play.
Really good play by Corito there. FNG just saved his Night Stalker's life.
That was an amazing play. In the midst of all that chaos, he was able to time that X perfectly, seeing as the glimpse came out.
Yeah.
Damn, that was sick. I don't think we hyped up that play enough. Like, that was a sick X play by FNG.
What a guy. He knows how to play Kunkka. What can we say? There's another one. He's got himself a General. There's the Torrent. Gonna be able to time walk away. That X play not as hype.
They do find the Disruptor though.
Yeah, they got a kill there. Well done.
Iceberg gonna be finishing up the Force Staff now. Still maintaining his sizable net worth lead.
So, how do you feel like this story of this game is going to unfold now? You've got a Sven that's basically been able to free farm, second highest net worth in the game, versus a PL. In the late game, how does PL versus Sven match up? Because, like, you can clear through the illusions pretty quickly, but also, if you don't have God Strength, or if there's ever, like, a moment where... Well, actually, we need to hold that thought. Viver has Fissure, and he's going to be able to catch Earthshaker here. This is looking real bad.
Yeah, they're making it work. They're making this last pick Kunkka look like the right choice. I think I greatly underestimated just how strong this lineup actually is, and just even without Scepter on DK Phobos, just by having the nighttime advantage and whenever he wants to just hit that darkness, that alone is more than enough in terms of just vision advantage.
Yeah.
Be careful here.
Iceberg spots him. They go for darkness. They're not going to do it. Well, it's still crystallized free farming, and he is going to be able to finish off the Diffusal Blade, and I think kill off Viver right here. TP out. Man, he just barely was able to get that TP off before his mana was drained.
So to oh, they find the courier General, continuing the carry. But to answer your question about that Sven versus PL matchup, have you ever tried playing PL against a Sven?
No, I haven't.
Okay, it's like the worst feeling in the world. You feel so powerless. You actually can't do a damn thing. Oh, Roger gonna get picked off here.
Damn, that was right before his Blink Dagger too. He almost had enough. I guess the flip side though is that they do have the PL against the Necro, which feels a little bit better, right?
Yeah, pretty much. The PL is going to be dealing with everyone else. The wrong person.
Boat?
Who's going to boat? Oh, wait. The fissure follow-up.
Connected in, but they also have Static Storm available, and thinking about dropping it here. Can they actually get him? Can they pull it off? There's the pull back in. They had already used X, so weren't able to do the X-Track a second time, and now they're going to end up losing one.
Seneko does go down, though, and General still holding on to Chronosphere. Are they going to get more?
There's the catch. Nicely done. They end up stealing Chronosphere, throws it back against them. Oh, well played there, and now they're going to be able to turn it even further. ILTW, Doppelganger trying to get it. It's not going to happen. Able to jump away from there. Still draining mana. Roger walks in. Does he have Echo? He does. There's going to be a catch, maybe a kill. Dendy out of mana, though, and Crystallizer turns it around, takes down Fiverr. They don't have a way to stop it. CIS Dota in full effect. General comes in with a swap and takes him down.
Oh my goodness, what a team fight by Navi. Right as we were saying how things were looking bad for them, they managed to take a great team fight. Some really strong play coming out of General once again. Just being very patient, waiting until he actually needs that Chronosphere.
And Fiverr tried to do everything he could to turn that back around. The fissure that was stolen earlier to try and keep the team fight going, and then stealing the Chronosphere to try and save his teammates and almost turn it completely around, but at the end of the day, a little bit further into the favor of Navi after that one.
Well, Team Spirit still leading a little bit in terms of net worth, but
yeah.
I'm gonna have to guess that the EXP should have evened out. Yeah, it's like pretty much dead even right now.
Yeah.
In terms of just value, both sides are just dead even right now.
Yes.
All right, looking scary. I guess the big difference for me this game is the amount that General's been able to get compared to the Night Stalker. It's like you have this Disruptor that's super poor, and you have this Faceless Void that's like relatively rich relative to each other.
Structures are fortified.
I just really worry about this PL versus Sven though down the line. I think it's like what's gonna happen is like while PL doesn't do good or doesn't do well against Sven, you can itemize it to make it a little easier for yourself. You basically have to go for Abyssal Scotty type of build, I think, or sorry, Abyssal. I've seen Abyssal Satanic Butterfly work out before.
Bottom tower has fallen.
But I think for the most part, you just aim for everyone else. You let your Zeus and your Earthshaker deal with the Sven. Oh, mid lane. Slice has to be a little careful.
Yeah. He's going to be able to doppel away. And Corito, ooh, force staff forward into the X. Now has the shift. And looks like Crystallize is going to be pulled back in. They drop the Static Storm, trying to kill him off. See if they could save the day with that Static Storm, but was not enough.
That's very nice pick off by Team Spirit.
There's a lot of pings.
Yeah, trying to determine where they should go for an objective with that pick off. Not so easy to take a fight if PL is down.
Tower is under attack.
All right, 18 minutes in, and it looks like Team Spirit should be able to secure this bottom tier 2 tower. Roger, the newly minted Blink Dagger, ready to show up and take a fight if Team Spirit decide to come back to defend.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
But it looks like it should be a free one here, or maybe at least a trade, as Team Spirit are set up for the mid tier 2.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Well, Navi, they want to go for the smoke play here. General does have his Shadow Blade, and Roger has a complete
dear God.
dagger.
Oh man, this is looking big. DK Post, they see General! He was on the chairs! He was on the stairs and they spotted him.
Oh, they need to get out, like, right now.
All right, Roger, get the hell out of there. Oh, General. A rare misplay there. Ends up being scouted as he was walking down the stairs. And
looks like you are correct, though. Dendy does go for the Bloodstone instead. I think if he's going to go for this, then just go for a super tanky build. I think you end up going, like, Scepter of Shiva's, Octarine, maybe Force Staff for mobility. Oh, they see.
Is it a bait? It's a bait! They got him! There's a big catch. They're going to be able to jump immediately now. Static Storm down as well, on to 2. That's a big one. And they kill him off. Now, DK Phobos maybe a bit too far forward, so Seneko can end up going down. They got the long duration silence there, but as well, they're going to catch DK Phobos and be able to pull him down, kill him off. Off on the south side, General went down, but Already with Necro and Night Stalker down, do Team Spirit want to keep this fight up? It looks like the answer is no. Even though they have a blink stun on LTW, maybe a turnaround, they find themselves that catch. Oh, the great fissure though to fuck him off. Dendy, can he get out of there? He is going to be able to walk away for the moment. ILTW
so
still
close.
dealing the damage. He is going to drop. Now the mana drain. Crystallize. Trying to get out of there, but they still find the catch. Roger with the fissure, jump forward, enchant totem as well, but there is no follow-up. The pull back in.
They got
ILTW. He's stuck on the wrong side of that kinetic field. They don't quite hit with the stun, but they find the catch. Great combo together there, and Earthshaker eventually gonna fall. The fight that seems to last 15 years is finally gonna end as Dendy backs out.
Are they gonna find more? No, they will not.
Everybody died. The Rubik fought back. Actually, FNG the only one to live through it all.
The fight recap looks very funny. Just 9 skulls. Like you said, FNG the only one to make it alive. The fight lasted long enough that the initial death just still has people alive by the end of it.
Oh. Alright, so 21 minutes in, it's still only 1,000 gold lead for Team Spirit. Navi about even as well on experience. Both teams really wanting to win here. It's a must-win for Team Spirit if they want to stay in these qualifiers. But the armlet's done on Night Stalker, and it feels like he is starting to catch up to General's impact as well.
General is gonna pick up the defusal next, getting pretty close to it. Gonna pack a punch once he does have that item, but
ooh, smoke. He's still in the Shadow Blade. He finds Phobos. First hit bash, why not? Second hit bash, third hit bash. Keep bashing.
More?
Is he not?
But he's gonna get glimpsed here.
Yep, and now they've got him, and they're gonna hold on to the Chronosphere as well. That's huge. Really good decision making there by all of Navi, knowing that they can hold on to that Chrono and still find the kill. With a little bit of help from the bashes, of course. Oh, hey, Roger.
All right, Dendy gonna be going for the...
Wait, they have Iceberg.
They have a glimpse. They have a glimpse.
Yeah, Static Storm is down as well.
This could be really bad for Team Spirit.
They steal it, though. Static Storm is stolen. Viver gonna make some big plays here. General's gonna walk forward. He ends up getting stunned right there, but he ends up dropping the Chrono as well, separating him from the rest of the squad. But now they can't go after Iceberg. He's got too much regen coming in. Echo Slam laid down. They're gonna catch General, and he is going to die. That kill so important because it gave Iceberg the regen he needed.
That was extremely important for Team Spirit. It looks so bad for them, but I mean, they just managed to turn it around. Once again, I think I'm greatly underestimating how tanky this Necro is. They dumped so much onto him and didn't really amount to too much damage.
And Roger now forced to go for like creep cutting tactics as mid lane is going to be assaulted and taken down here. I don't know, where do they find the damage from? Oh, okay, this is pretty good. If they can slow down Phobos enough, get in range of the Diffusal Blade, but maybe, possibly? They don't have enough. They need more catch.
He is going to go for the Agnum Scepter as his next pickup, though. Yeah. If he manages to finish that, I think their Navi's ability to initiate just gets that much worse. Roger... gotta be careful. He's gonna get caught by Viper here.
It's still Enchant Totem at the very... Oh, no. Okay, it's already on cooldown, so it's fine. I was wondering if they were gonna leave him so that way they could steal Fissure. But it's FNG who ends up taking that kill at the end. And is there a point in this game where PL is able to deal with the burst damage that comes from the Sven? Or is it something where no matter how late this game goes, Sven is always going to be an issue?
Sven is always going to be an issue. Okay. The only way is if someone on your team manages to pick up a Heaven's Halberd so that he actually cannot even attack. Otherwise, the Sven is always going to be ready to just cleave you apart.
Okay. So maybe it's going to be up to General then to be able to isolate him with the Chrono every time as well. The other avenue to deal with it.
You don't always have to Chrono him. I think you can also just commit a Earthshaker combo to the Sven. That's more than enough to lock him down because you have a Zeus on your team. So I think just with that alone, you should have enough damage to deal with the Sven, at least until he finishes up the BKB.
Well, General not being scouted right now, but he is getting into a position to maybe take this fight. Does smoke up. FNG. They're walking to the north. And it looks like if they continue this path, they might run into Dendi, who is farming away here. Now, the rest of these heroes are in a position where they can help out if they react quickly enough, and Dendi, he's going to get caught. They start off with the X. Not a great there. He's actually able to break the Blink Deck. A really important moment right there, and that keeps him alive.
They might be able to turn this around. General, he can go on this.
Oh, look at that. There's the Chrono. Good catch as well. But Sven kept out of it. Echo Slam to try and turn it. Dendi able to walk away. There's the BKB there. They need to run out, and they are going to end up losing, not General. Crystallize, maybe. They jump away. General does get pulled back in. So another team fight where Team Spirit open it up, and Crystallize now forced to sort of stand by it. Is he going to be able to make this work? No. Gone so quickly. Sven, still a problem.
Yeah, even with the Earthshaker being there on time to disable the Sven, I mean, he just got in 2 hits. Yeah. And Dendi as well as Sineko already down to the point where they just cannot fight any longer.
26 minutes in, 15 to 21. They're going to need Roger to make some space and force the reactions back here. It's just so hard to even go for this type of a play right now. And Sven's already going to come back here. So Roger most likely forced to head all the way back home, while the rest of Team Spirit consolidate their advantage with wards around the map.
Coin for me.
Sven gonna be working towards a Daedalus now. He's already finished his BKB in the span of a few minutes, and yeah, just 100 gold off of crit, and his damage output is just a little too much for Navi to handle right now. They don't really have an answer for this Sven unless they can chain stun him with the Earthshaker or Chronosphere him.
Well, and so what's the way that they go from here, Team Spirit, to try and finish this one off? You've got a, you know, Sven that's keep on getting more and more farm. Do you need to try and go and pick up an Aegis at this point, or... Oh, Fiverr? They throw little thunder shocks at each other. As they've caught themselves also the Necrophos, so Iceberg going to end up dying there.
Oh, good pick here. Giving that's a big kill for Dendi because it gives him enough gold to finish off his Scepter. This Scepter potentially could be game changing, and they're gonna find
General. He takes the kill onto him as well. That wasn't even with the Chronosphere. That was just Diffusal Blade and Shadow Blade. And
very nicely done. He's sticking around. He wants to find more.
Those 2 kills, 1,800. Sineko, as has been the theme of this game, using Static Storm to farm. But it looks like General here is going to be found. Yeah, he does have a jump away, and it looks like Phobos, unfortunately, ended up using the Hunter in the Night earlier to find him, so it doesn't have it to get the second Void. I don't know if it would have been on time anyways. Okay, so with those couple of pickoffs, how are you feeling about the state of the game right now? Are you still very concerned for Navi, or are they starting to right the ship a little bit?
Oh, they're definitely not in the worst position. They're only behind 2,000 gold. I just think it's definitely scary for both sides because a lot of it comes down to the initiation. If you get a good Chrono off or a good Echo off, I think Navi are in a really good spot for these engagements. Team Spirit is like, they are very reliant on being able to burst someone down with this Necrolite, especially since Navi don't exactly have any type of save. So if someone's even a little bit out of position, you're gonna eat that that Reaper Sight, as well as all the burst damage from Team Spirit, and then they're fighting 4v5 all of a sudden.
Team Spirit making this move, and they don't have a TP on General. That is a problem. And we also have DK Phobos, who's standing there being that gatekeeper. Sineko, right by her. They get the X, they get Roche. Throw this out, the fissure to turn it back around. This is going to fall apart absolutely tremendously, and Roger in further trouble. They are going to be able to chase this down. Roger catching one and getting Viver. Now can Dendi do any more? Can they keep Roger alive and take down Phobos? There's the jump forward. And Crystallize in trouble, but General, he's here. He has the Chronosphere available as well. He drops it down, and now the turnaround as well. They've got that ulti coming in as well as more damage. The Echo Slayer's there. Roger, he's able to do it. They still have the Nimbus Cloud doing work, but the BKB comes out from Sven, and that might be one too many for them to deal with. Dendy's still
They gotta
alive.
fight around the Nimbus. Just fight around the Nimbus.
Crystallize, ILTW, they find that kill. All right, Nimbus still staying, and they're going to end up being able to zone them out.
I think Navi should be very, very happy with that. They were fighting up against the Aegis. They managed to get the Sven as well as a Rubik off of that. They do lose 3 in the end, but I mean, being slightly behind, I think you're okay with that trade.
And I think Team Spirit maybe just getting a little bit too confident in themselves after that fissure hit from the Rubik. It felt like, you know, they weren't respecting the general chronosphere.
Yeah, definitely. It's hard to blame them though. Like you see a fissure catch out someone like Disruptor. Yeah. It's hard to say no to that type of catch, right? Because you do have an Aegis on your side too, and if you can take out the Disruptor. Oh, Roger, he finds someone, but Iceberg, he's right here. Is the rest of Navi gonna be able to find them?
Oh, he missed the secondary stun, and Viver does have a blink away. Or a blink in.
Diffused on Iceberg. They might be able to catch him out here.
Or Staff.
Maybe.
Roger. Nimbus there as well. It's got him. He's out of mana. They're in trouble. Fissure from the high ground, and Iceberg still living, but now pulled back in. Static Storm down as well. General chasing. Doesn't have Chrono, doesn't have Shadow Blade. They take down Iceberg. Can they get more on the other side? Roger able to take down Viver. Corrido is still there, holding on, and it looks like that's going to be the end of it. But they burn through the Aegis. Navi able to outplay Spirit for the moment.
Yeah, that was a great engagement by Navi. They managed to pick off the Rubik as well as take away that Aegis. And I think with that, they're capable of making plays like smoking up and looking for pickoffs now. Because there's no Aegis to worry about.
And still have to be worried about the combos that can come out. You've got yourself the Sven that can hit really hard, but like we were talking about in the draft, there isn't a hero like that Darkseer that pulls this all together and forces Navi into a position where the Sven can deal the damage. Like, you've got Boat, which is, kind of good for keeping people in place, but it relies upon Navi to be out of position in the first place.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you there. I think if you just look at the draft, I think Navi's lineup feels a little easier to run. You can always rely on your Earthshaker as well as your Void to just hit these abilities, and since they have such great range and great AoE, it's easier to manage. Team Spirit, not the same, right? Everything is just has to be very precise. So
Dire are scanning.
it's gonna come down to the individual skill of Team Spirit to make sure that this lineup is gonna work out in the end.
Well, another smoke play. Team Spirit, they all realize where they're at, but they also hit on the scan as the Faceless Void walked in. And that should probably spell the end of it. Out. Are they wanting to head over here?
They see a lot with this Observer Ward. Viver, he's in position. Oh,
yeah,
Genji's ultimate. Gonna scout everyone.
Yeah, good play there. They get out, and that smoke is not going to connect from Team Spirit. Everybody else escapes. Maybe they can find Crystallize, but I imagine that he just TP's out of here as well.
DK Phobos does have the Scepter now, though.
Top tower has fallen.
So Navi do have to be much more careful when it comes to initiating.
All right, is it Moonshard time? Get that extra night vision.
I don't think that's gonna be nearly enough. But and who's even gonna buy it?
No, I'm saying for DK Phobos, he gets the Moonshard. You
already see so much. Why didn't you see more?
I guess that's fair enough. I just like the memes. What can I say? Well, 34 minutes in, 20 to 24. And a movement across the map now. Navi backing up Dendy and looking for some picks. There is a regen.
Oh, this is interesting. I'm surprised that Dendy went for the arc lightning damage instead of the lightning bolt mini stun. That mini stun is like the most annoying thing ever when you drop Nimbus on people.
Yeah.
You cannot be in range of it, otherwise it just constantly stuns you.
That's really surprising. I guess they just think that he needs more damage here. I don't know. It's different.
Yeah, it's definitely different. 75 arc lightning damage. I mean, it's good.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know if it's necessary. Do they really need the damage?
Maybe it allows him. I had a little bit of a hiccup there on my stream. I guess it allows them to farm the lanes a little bit faster too.
That's true. I mean, it definitely does help you farm faster. If you look at the arc lightning damage, it's only 145, so 75 arc lightning damage is a little over 50% of what the initial damage is. So if you put it that way, then it's a pretty significant amount, right?
Iceberg. Going to have this PL illusion chasing him down here. A couple of them actually. And they pull back in.
They managed to find the Kunkka.
FNG.
Oh, he doesn't X himself. Oh, he does X himself.
That's a little weird looking.
I thought the X was underneath him, but top lane taking some damage. Team Spirit not reacting to this. One more shot, catapult.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
It took about half HP there, so that
Which is pretty significant.
Oh,
Look at this.
that's why. All right, they Nimbus for it as well. Now they scout out that the rest of Team Spirit is moving down here, so another potential initiation broken with that. I do like the response, though. They're going to send the Kunkka back with the X marks to try and keep this pushed out, but the Nimbus will do a little bit more damage.
I think they want to smoke here, Navi. See it.
They spot
No,
anybody.
they're playing very cautiously. I think they don't want to take any risks, knowing that it is nighttime for Team Spirit, so don't want to let themselves get caught out here.
Yeah. Well, Dendi, the rarely seen split-pushing Zeus, is going to be coming back home pretty soon. But I guess you got the Nimbus. You can be a part of the fights before you even end up fully getting back in there. They're going the really long way, letting the PL farm. They have TPs to get back in, and right now, Team Spirit not feeling comfortable, just trying to shove for high ground.
Under attack. Dire's top tower
Jump forward, maybe? X. LTW gonna go for the other type of high
Okay,
ground
let's see if he
siege.
gets this. Do they have vision? Let's see if he can glimpse this.
Oh, they got Yules.
Oh, they got him.
That's really good. That is actually going to be a BKB force because of it. I was wondering if the
Iceberg
Earthshaker...
actually BKB'd as well.
All right, now in some trouble. They find
It's
the
not void,
Void.
though.
That's a big kill. He has buyback. While this is happening, there's also the PL who's split pushing up in the top lane, and he's already taken down the tier 3 tower. They need to get out right now. They
can't get
have
back.
vision. They can't TP away from this one. Static Storm down now too. Iceberg walking forward, trying to make sure that they don't end up getting this. They do manage to find themselves the Sven up in the top lane. So now in some trouble. Roger's gonna fall while Crystallized TP's back home. Can they keep taking this fight here now? Static Storm down.
they
They
stole the Static
have been
Storm.
able to catch it, and Zeus is in trouble. That Pet out there as well. They're trying to take down Biver. Dendi gets off the Nimbus before he dies, but they've lost 3. The plus side, at least for Navi, is that there is no Sven here right now.
And they weren't able to take that top Rex. This is
Radiant's bottom
quite
tower
problematic.
is
They might be able to
under
take this tower because of this. And I don't think Navi want to commit any buyback.
No. Again, Crystallize, just playing on a knife's edge. We'll see if Team Spirit can get anything else here. Finds the Torrent. There is another Reaper size in 30 seconds, but I don't think that they're going to be able to last that long. With everybody else coming back up now, they've stuck around a little bit more. Good X play there to keep DK Phobos alive. The power of
Every
Kunkka.
time.
Roger still looking for an opening here. The Torrent not going to connect. Iceberg is up on the high ground, still hitting away. Is the range Rex really worth it? Maybe with ILTW it is.
Yeah, they have the Sven back here. I guess they're not afraid. They're probably going to pop God Strength for this and continue sieging. But they have to be careful. General is back in 10 seconds. Oh, there's no glyph, though.
BKB
BKB
comes
is
out.
committed.
All right, there's going to be the lift up as well with the Yule Scepter. Sineko's still looking for an opening. They don't have buyback, or rather, they don't have any other way to catch it, but the X is going to keep him alive yet again.
Oh, FNG, what a Kunkka player.
Now the boat comes out a little bit late. It's not going to be able to hit onto that faceless, or rather, excuse me, the Phantom Lancer. They find the fissure. Again, the kinetic field, Static Storm's down, but Iceberg got his BKB out. Now trying to turn a fight. Sven is hitting him, able to take him down. That Bloodthorn doing the work that they needed it to. And now DK Phobos dodging the Nimbus, trying to chase. Crystallize is up here to the south. And DK Phobos is going to be able to take down that Nimbus while Crystallize is going to try and cut the creep wave.
This is some great team fighting from Team Spirit, just time and time again, making sure that they aren't going to get Chrono. General ends up going down a second time without even getting close to hitting a Chrono.
This this is
And
the problem you're talking about as well. The Sven, once he gets all that farm, there's just no answer for him.
Yeah, he's got that Bloodthorn as well, so he can always hit that silence before Void is able to throw out any kind of spell. And with the power of the Scepter on Night Stalker, like, how do you even jump in?
They got the Urn as well onto Roger, and the BKB again used to get themselves a tier 3 tower. They will have another opening here in a second. With the Fissure already out, Echo Slam now used. ILTW, though, is shrugging it off. He does not give a damn. They are going to dismantle them. Triple kill, excuse me, double kill in a Rax for that Sven.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with the I'm gonna stick by my strategy of, you know, not really liking to play PL against the Sven. It's just so difficult.
Yeah.
I feel like it's just not worth it. You know, even I feel like whatever strategy you have in mind, it's just not worth trying to outplay your opponent when there's a potential Sven on the field and you want to pick the Phantom Lancer. It's just so hard to deal with.
And if you're a Navi fan right now, you might need to be sweating a little bit. It is a 12,000 net worth lead for Spirit, but looks like it's fallen off a cliff. And if you remember back to the upper bracket finals, Team Spirit lost game 1 and then came back to win 2 in a row. Navi on the ropes right now a little bit in game number 2.
I think they have one more fight left in them. Otherwise, I think it's time to move on to the next game. Think about what happened this one. We do have a smoke. Gonna have to wait for a crystallize though.
And if they get up to the high ground here, I mean, it's hard to take that fight when Spirit are ready with BKBs.
Sheepstick on Necro as well as the Aegis. This is gonna be incredibly difficult.
All right, General, can he do it this time? He so often has been the last source of a potential for comeback. But with the Night Stalker, Aghanims and the gem, walks forward. There's a decent chrono there, but they need to hit so much more. And with the X mark, it's still not possible. They ended up using a creep there.
Reaper Scythe not going to connect. Oh, they do get the long range fissure though.
Yeah.
So he does end up going down, gets Force Staff.
The Chrono
Sphere comes out. They find the Sven. Is this going to be enough damage?
Not bad. It's still a good bit. Can they kill him off? He is going to die. All right, General now going to be torrented, and X is pulled back in by that boat. Now the BKB pop. DK Phobos trying to stand tall in this. Dendy not quite doing enough damage yet. He does have Refresher, though. Needs to pop it now to get out another Nimbus in just a second. If they can have the lockdown, their Iceberg, they're going to be able to do it. So they have a second round to take down this Necro. There's the Nimbus laid out. They also have the Thunder God's Wrath available, which they can save for the moment. They end up using it there. Now looking for more, but that's going to actually be the end of it. ILTW is back up. They hold.
Uh-oh. I mean, that's definitely kind of scary for Team Spirit. You know, that was an Aegis with the cheese, and Navi were able to hold in that kind of fashion. I mean, you've got to be like, a little worried now, especially since Sven BKB is at 5 seconds.
Buyback status. You have 2 on the Radiant, 2 on the Dire, and we also have level 25 soon to be there for Dendy. And that 2% extra static field damage is pretty hard to deal with. It's so much damage. I feel like
I think you still take the cast range.
Really? You think so?
Yeah,
I was wondering. I was going to ask.
Yeah, he takes the cast range. 2% static field doesn't really amount to too much, in my opinion.
Okay. Oh, General. 20 seconds till Chrono. Do they see him? They see some others, and now they spot out General. Vision just so good right now for Team Spirit. And then you take a look at what the Radiant is working with, and they're basically blind.
I think a large part of the Navi's success in that last team fight was due to the fact that they managed to take a team fight where there was no darkness for a majority of it.
Yeah.
Which is very surprising from Team Spirit, kind of just, you know, being a little careless with their vision. It's something that has helped them win this game up until now. And at the very end, they kind of forget about it. Because of that, Navi were able to take a fight on their terms. General finally hitting the Chrono and isolating the Sven before he is able to get anything going.
And they really just are completely blind right now. Can you imagine like having to cast the game with just Radiant Vision? Jesus. Looks awful. Meanwhile, the Dire Vision, I could probably do it without that much of a difference. Well, Phobos, BKB there, 9 seconds. We have the BKB for Sven, which is down to 5. That's something to keep our eyes on as well. Necro, his is at 7. I mean, as the game goes on, there is something to be said for Zeus becoming strong again.
Oh, late game Zeus is pretty insane.
Yeah.
He's almost finished the top lane though.
They got
Using
him.
Roger here would really hurt.
No buyback.
No buyback. Gem as well. This might be the end.
All right, Navi, backups against the ropes. They've got one more chance here to hold on.
Nighttime as well. They need a miracle Chronosphere from General.
Still a minute and a half until daytime, and then after that they also have to deal with the darkness. There's 2 runes spawning, but regen and illusion isn't really going to do that much. No DD. Wonder if that's what LTW is checking for. They're actually going to go take a shrine.
Team Spirit though, they're playing very cautiously despite Earthshaker being dead for another 15 more seconds. They want to get these lanes pushed in first before they commit to anything, as well as the shrine.
And with the boots of travel, even though that Sven isn't there, it's not really that big of a concern.
30 more seconds. Are they going to be able to do this? By the looks of it, it looks like they're kind of content with just farming out the whole map, keeping Navi sitting in their base.
Yeah. Man, they still have so much gold on these heroes as well. That's something that actually is kind of interesting about this. Like, all of these heroes are banking around 3,000 gold. If they wait till the next round of items, they're going to be in a much better position. Whereas right now, the 12k net worth lead is kind of just held in static gold in their inventories.
That is true. Viper holding on to 3,000 gold.
Yeah,
I feel like you just spent some of it.
Yeah, right? Like, what's that current gold hotkey? Look at that. There's a lot of it on the Dire.
You are absolutely right.
Spend your money.
Yeah, and I mean, the thing is, too, they don't have boots of travel, so it's not even like they're saving for some type of buyback, let's all TP back in type of play. So I definitely agree with you there. It's a little surprising to see them holding on to this amount of money. Sven is about to finish his... he's going to go for a Heart of Tarrasque. I don't know if a Heart of Tarrasque is going to be too great here. You are against the Zeus, after all.
Invisibility.
So it's pretty clear why that's bad, but just, you know, let everybody know why that's not necessarily the greatest decision.
Bounty.
Steven?
Oh, sorry. Could you repeat that? I'm just
Yeah,
looking around, checking items.
I was saying, do you want to tell people why that's not the best idea to go hard against Zeus?
Oh, it's just because it's percentage based. So even if you boost your health pool dramatically, that static field is still going to zap away at your life very quickly.
All right, well, top lane, looking for an opening here. General, going to find himself a kill most likely. They do have the Lincoln Sphere, going to be dropped
great
down as well.
follow-up.
Echo Slam follow, that's what they needed. They take down the 2 supports. And now finding more. Can they catch him, though? Team Spirit, a little bit on the run.
They're trying to glimpse. If they have the vision.
They did just spot the Night Stalker, but I don't think that they're going to be able to find him. Yeah, it's too far.
Yeah, Zeus ulti just not lasting long enough for them to get that. I wonder. I was actually considering mid lane.
Zeus, though, they
This
caught
is a
him.
big kill.
He has a decent amount of armor, though, right now, and it looks like General able to get that ulti off onto
Oh,
the
he
Zeus.
saved him.
Dandy runs away. He's going to be living right now. They pop down that ulti as well. Iceberg able to get his BKB off, though. The BKB comes from both of them. They end up losing that Faceless Void. He's going to buy back, though, come back into the fight. Now they've caught
Sven.
Iceberg. They're going to be able to bring him down. Buyback is not there for the Sven at all. If they could somehow make this work, Iceberg going to get contained. He's going to end up going down as well. They might be able to force buybacks here.
We outnumber them all.
Oh, Dandy with the baits. He is just so tanky with this much life. Look at his items. He has 3,000 life as well as 20 armor. He's not that easy to take down, man.
And he
Gonna
also
be able to
has
clear out these
armor.
creeps. Yeah, the 7 armor talent kicking in, very important. And he has enough for an Octarine core now if he wants it. I think it's something you should consider buying out for. Rely on that 17 bloodstone charges to get you back in the team fight faster.
Well, the lift up right there. Fissure is well used. They only catch Enchanted Totem though. And now, with no spend for 60 seconds, no Necro for 50, can they force a buyback? Can they force more?
General did buy back for this, but he doesn't have
no chrono.
Chronosphere.
All right, he uses time dilation there, taking away the X for another 10 seconds. There's the fissure. Connects onto 1. They steal time dilation away now, and now popping the BKB. DK Phobos, no BKB now. They're going to take down the tier 3 tower. They have access to the top one as well. They do not want to buy back right now, Team Spirit, but they might end up losing 2 lanes of racks if they don't. Navi, somehow, some way, maybe going to be looking for the jugular here. Do they want to go for the bottom lane as well? They think the better of it. He's going to have to Eul Scepter to stay alive. So the Torrent not going to connect. And now they head to the north. They have buyback on Sven now, but they don't want to use it after having already lost so much. Another Torrent. The X is going to connect. Nope, it doesn't. Nice blink away. And Navi, can they make this work? They're taking the fight right now.
They need to get out.
Again.
I think you leave Seneko here. I don't think you go back for him.
All right,
just get out.
Everybody running.
Oh, they're actually going to make it out without losing a single thing.
All right, Sven's looking for a kill here. This might end up turning out terribly if he gets caught. All right, no, he's going to be okay. But Navi, through that great team fight in the mid, the bait from Dendi, they end up taking 2 lanes of racks and have narrowed the lead tremendously.
How did that happen? How did it come to this? Now, Dendi has enough for buyback as well as the Octarine Core. He is probably Invoker status, the Grand Magus at this point. Like, he is gonna do so much magic damage.
And these talents that have come online as well. 20 strength for PL. So even though he still does get chopped to bits by that Sven, he's sitting at 3,400 HP. So they really have to have the Sven on him. And if they don't, all of a sudden things get a little bit scarier.
Definitely. And the thing too is he's getting close to his Abyssal Blade. You know, he wants to save for buyback first, obviously, but even with the buyback gold taken into account, he's only a little ways off from the Abyssal Blade, and when he gets that, he can actually deal with the Sven.
All right, Navi. They are realizing that there's a chance they're going to have to take this fight, maybe sooner than they would have wanted. Seneco's going to walk forward first. He's smoked up, as well as Glimmer Caped, but they aren't going to find anybody yet. Maybe they can pull them apart here.
Uh-oh.
FNG! They've caught him for the moment. Able to steal 1. That's going to be the Thunder Strike only, and now they're in a little bit of trouble. They've taken down 1. Kirito eats the cheese, still staying alive. Eul Scepter to keep that Earthshaker alive as well. General, he has Chronosphere, ends up throwing onto 1. No, the PL, he walked into the Chrono. Iceberg has him. They're picking it out. They realize where he is. They throw the Reaper Sight, but they don't kill him off yet. He had his BKB off as well, so he's going to live through that one. They don't have FNG. Disruptor has buyback if they want to use it, but it's already going to be that PL gone. So while all this is going on, they jump away with General. It looks like he is going to live through that. While Zeus and Earthshaker were able to take down that Rubik. Rubik buys back, but there's still no Kunkka.
Okay, so at the end of the day, it's a 2 for 2, but Rubik also ends up buying back. I think with that team fight, let me see. Necrophos still has the Aegis, and Kunkka did end up using the cheese. I think Navi should be okay in holding this. There's always a buyback on Phantom Lancer, so he could buy back if he wants to.
Yeah,
they managed to catch him out.
This could be really bad for them if they manage to get him into a good position. They're getting into position now. Buyback's there. Now that first jump forward, Chronosphere is not quite there. Oh, that was really, really close. Really, really close. They still have a Chronosphere available if they want to go for it. That's going to be a jump forward. That goes super low, but they're not going to be able to bring him down as of yet. All right, Crystallized kind of on an island. Iceberg still alive there. They end up bringing him down. They kill off the Sven as well. He's going to need to buy back into this one, I think. They take down the Necro. They're not buying back. They didn't buy back on the Sven. They haven't been able to catch another one. Necro's going down. All right, they're not buying back because they want to try and see if they can save that. Navi still need to be able to push out all these waves.
Oh, boy.
And in general,
the thing is, like you said, they not buying back on Sven probably is the better choice. I think they kind of realized that they were in a position where it's just not worth it. If he ends up buying back, there's the potential where they just all end up beating. losing the team fight and losing the game there. So, not going to take the risk. They're going to hold on to the buyback. They probably also realize that because of where the lanes currently are, there's really not much chance for Navi to basically shove in the lanes and push for objectives. So.
Ooh, Dendi. They're not expecting this down here, but Roger
they're
and
behind
Zank
him.
are here.
This could be a bait again.
I don't know if it's going to end up working out that well. Zeus still in trouble, has the silence on him, and they don't have General. That's going to be Sneko down. Can they get any more from this? Running away, it looks like Team Spirit will get away with murder. And yeah. Definitely was a bad call for me to say that Sven should have bought back in that last zone. Really good decision, and it ends up meaning that now Navi can hold off, or rather Team Spirit can hold off and move down 5-man with no buybacks on the other heroes.
Sustained.
This is a really good point. Let's take a look. Overall, there is a buyback on Dendi as well as Roger, and that is it for the Navi side. If you look at the Team Spirit side, all 3 of the cores do have buyback. I think they all have use of travel as well, except for
oh no,
DK Phobos.
Oh, Dendi again in trouble. He has 21 Bloodstone charges, so like you said, that and having buyback might end up being okay. He's going to get force tapped over there as well. Silence now onto Earthshaker, and he's going to have to kill himself there. 35 seconds.
Oh, they find Roger.
Oh, he lands on the wrong side of that fissure.
Not good.
Yeah, no nothing to get him out of there. He is going to die, but they popped the BKB. They both have buyback.
That's not bad. Yeah, that's not bad.
Zeus will be back up in time. They don't know if Roger has buyback or not, but obviously assume he does.
Alright. The racks are open. They glimpse.
They didn't have it that
Here
time.
comes the
There's
buyback,
the
the
chrono.
chrono.
They caught her onto 2. Do they have the follow-up damage? Earthshaker is actually not there. He's in the middle of all of it. Doesn't manage to get it though, and now he's gonna have to lift himself back up. General walking forward, able to catch onto Iceberg. Iceberg is gone.
Damage.
The Echo Slam. Roger takes him down, and that's gonna be the spin down as well. Navi get a wipe and a half. Holy goodness, that is big, and they hold on to their racks. All right, all right, all right. Let's see what they can do.
Oh my goodness. I cannot believe this is happening.
Dire's top shrine is under attack.
See, Roshan's still a long ways away, obviously, but this is looking like it's that moment where they could force the buyback on the Sven. They already forced the buyback on the Necro. Chronosphere, still 60 seconds away.
So there are 2 buybacks remaining, or 3 buybacks remaining for Team Spirit. Kunkka, Necro, or sorry, Sven, Kunkka, as well as Night Stalker. I don't know if that's going to be enough to hold this.
Earthshaker ended up taking the 600 health talent, so he is a tanky mother.
I don't think the game will end here, though. I think they should be able to hold out for one more fight, and then it becomes a no buyback versus no buyback situation.
And now with backdoor protection disabled, they're going to start to try and take down these creeps, start to try and take down the tier 3 tower. Whereas the Chronosphere is a great way to sort of zone everybody out. Team Spirit don't really have that same luxury. They don't have the big team fight ultimates with the exception of the boat. The Torrent's gonna be there, lands already. The racks are exposed. 3 seconds away. There's the Sheepstick doing whatever they can to hold on. BKB's down for both Phobos as well as Iceberg. And now they've caught Dendi. That's a really good catch. They're gonna be able to kill him off.
Oh, they're just gonna call it.
They don't want to go any further. All right, they lose the Disruptor and the Zeus. And it looks like Navi should be able to get out with everybody else. Yeah, TPing away.
That's a pretty big loss for Navi since they weren't able to really draw out any of the buyback. So Team Spirit, they managed to hold their base, only losing a tier 3 tower and not having to give up any of the buyback. That's a very significant hold.
All right, 60 minutes in. Like we were talking about earlier, the double runes are there. It's just an invis up top. It's a moon shard, a naked moon shard in ILTW's inventory.
Yeah, the move, I mean, the attack speed is just so good versus the, if you consume it, you only get 60, but holding onto it gives you 120, basically double. Does need that attack speed to get in the damage.
Phobos has been great this game so far too. All right, go ahead. Sorry, I'm just so excited.
I mean, I understand. I mean, this is the kind of game we're in. I was just gonna say, I think this is the time where Dendi really needs to get rid of his Veil. We're basically seeing, you know, he is tanky, but he's still very vulnerable because he can't really get away. If he gets caught out, he's gonna go down. So I think this is the time where he needs to pick up.
He's going Lincolns.
Okay, I think this is fine.
He sells his Lincoln. He sells his Veil and has the Lincoln Sphere. Necro has Refresher. It's being brought out to him on the courier right now.
Oh baby.
Well, double the ulti, double the fun. Well, double ulti, more like half the fun for Navi. That's going to be very difficult to deal with.
I just remembered something. You ever play against a Necro and get double ulted before?
No.
Where you die to the ulti first and then you buy back and you die again?
I
you know
have
how
not
long
seen that.
you can stay dead? I mean, I was able to take a shower and eat dinner and come back and still was dead.
Abyssal Blade done for the PL. He does have 8 gold away from buyback. General. God, their vision is just so limited right now. They can't see anything. Team Spirit right outside of range. And Navi hold up inside their base.
Yeah, the scary thing for this this Sven at this point is like Phantom Lancer actually has the items to stand his ground and fight against you. I think like picking up this Abyssal Blade is pretty big. I think it's getting close to the point where he should actually replace his Diffusal for a Butterfly.
Oh, okay.
So that kind of it forces the Sven to make item adjustments again. He'll have to get rid of the Moon Shard and then pick up MKB.
He does still have Bloodthorn, but yeah, it's sort of the tough one because if you're hitting illusions, you're not going to want to Bloodthorn the illusions, obviously.
Yeah, and if you Bloodthorn him, he's just going to Manta it, so
yeah,
you definitely need the True Strike.
We also are going to have buyback now for the Disruptor and the PL. They just are coming off of cooldown now. Meanwhile, Necro still 3 minutes away, and Earthshaker also going to be about 2 minutes away. Team Spirit. Look at this. They don't even have vision inside their own base. Oh, it's a sad life. Wait, but they do see... Wait, they say Biver. There's a jump forward, the Chrono, it's not there. They end up breaking the Lincoln Sphere as well. This is a big problem. But no, they do have the Night Stalker over to the side, but now they don't have General. General is down for 2 minutes. He has buyback, like we said. Can they get him a second time now? Night Stalker might be the one that ends up going down because of this.
Oh, here comes the Zeus
out
damage,
as well.
though.
They're trying to find him. Iceberg gonna TP away. Roger gets lifted up by the Eul Scepter as well. They TP'd away on the Necro. It doesn't matter. They're still gonna be able to take down this Sven. He's gonna drop. They don't have the Necro with them. They all have buyback. But Navi won that fight pretty hard, even though it did cost them a buyback. I guess, is that still winning the fight?
Radiant's middle tower is
I would say it's winning the fight if they manage to get more out of this. They need to... Okay, they're going to go for the Roshan, but I wonder if Roshan is the right play here.
They maybe can do both.
I don't know if it's enough time. I think the bigger victory here is to bait out the buybacks, but yeah, if they go for Roshan, I don't think that it's going to be enough time. I mean, at the end of the day, I think it's still definitely a Navi victory here, but they do have to be careful because General does not have that buyback anymore. He can't get caught out.
Well, he's going to have the Aegis this time now, so that's probably the big thought that they have. Like, if they die in the next couple minutes with General, the game is just over. They need that Chronosphere so badly.
I mean, to be fair, do they really? That
Maybe
last
not.
team fight,
that's a good
he
point.
missed it.
Yeah, fair enough. Maybe they don't need the Chronosphere.
They're smoked up now, though.
They're looking for that opening. Dendi can
Looks
TP
fishy.
in on top of them. They're walking forward. They do have the vision, and they're just going to be able to go for it immediately. And Team Spirit, they have a glyph. That's going to hold on for the moment. They force the buyback from the Sven, so they get Aegis and a buyback. General now as well, trying to take this down. They get the lift back as well. Glimmer Cape keeping them alive. They force a second buyback now. They take the range Rarix, and it looks like with that, Navi can set up for a second round of Siege. While Team Spirit are pulled apart. Team Spirit...
I think this is where you go. There's absolutely no buybacks on Team Spirit. I think this is where you go all in here. You do have the... Like, Faceless Void doesn't have buyback, but he does have the Aegis, so this is something I completely forgot about when they went for the Roshan. I think looking back at it now, this is the right play, because they basically have a total of, what, 9 lives?
Yeah.
I think you just all in here.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, down to the wire, Team Spirit, their tournament life on the line, and Navi, 1 Rax, a couple towers and an Ancient away from making it in.
It's daytime. There's no darkness. This is the worst position for Spirit to be in.
Breaking blinks, looking for that opening. BKB there. They catch 1. They're on top of him. The Hex. They got the Chronosphere though. They get 2 of them, but now Rubik, he steals the Tono. He Chronos the other 3 of them. Do they have the damage to throw into this? They're keeping him backing away. ILTW trying to walk forward. They don't jump in though. They're walking away from this one, already starting to fall down. ILTW's on top of the Earthshaker, but the rest of them are doing the damage. They're starting to run down onto FNG. They buy back on the Earthshaker after ended up falling, and now looking for the chase. ILTW, he's left all alone. He's gonna go down.
They need to get him.
He's dead 100
I think this
seconds.
is it.
Navi, after falling so far behind, are looking to finish this game off. They do end up dropping it down, but GG is called. Navi are qualifying for the Star Ladder Invitational.
That was such a great game, man. Oh man, I can't believe how many times this has happened throughout this qualifier where people are just so far behind and they managed to bring it back. This is why you should never give up.
Whew, I'm shaking. I'm shaking in my
boots.
boots.
Look at that comeback. They were behind by about 14,000 gold and, no, actually about 12,000 gold and 15,000 experience.
Yeah.
Oh, that's gotta hurt so much for Team Spirit.
Well, 94,000 damage done.
He did so much damage that he healed 10,000 life. He did so much damage that the Octarine healed more than a Necrophos did.
Oh, that's ridiculous. Well, dare we say it?
This is the beginning of Navi is back.
Yeah, it's happening. It's happening. So they are going to join Mineski, Team Liquid, and Newbie as so far the 4 teams that have made it to the Star Ladder I-League Season 3. And, well, I don't know. How well do you think that they're going to do? This, to me, it's, you know, new and improved roster. Roger, I think, adds so much to this lineup. I think General is playing out of his damn mind. He had so many great games that, like, you know, triple kill, and they just were beating Spartak's face into the ground in the earlier series today. Talk to me. What you thinking?
That's such a difficult question to throw on me because this is the beginning of the season. You know, they qualify for the tournament, but I have not seen any of the other regions. So as far as how they'll match up against the other teams, it's really hard to say.
All right. Well, we'll have to see. I mean, yeah, there's a lot still to be determined. But that's going to do it for us, everybody. Lyrical and Aosin, your 2 casters for this one. You can follow him twitter.com/AosinDota or twitch.tv/AosinTrash. I'm not memeing on Steven. That's actually his link.
It is. It's been there for about 6 years or something.
That's great. And then at Lyrical Dota for me on Twitter. But that's going to do it for us. There's still a ton of great Dota to continue on. South American qualifiers are going to finish off today. If I take a quick little reminder, look-see as to who's in those ones. It's down to the final 3 there as well. Lucchini, SG Esports, and Digital Chaos South America are the teams. And then, starting this next week, we're going to be taking a look at further qualifiers. Europe is going to continue on with teams like Team Secret, OG, Hellraisers, Mouse Sports, Team Kingwin, Penta, 4 Protect 5, SFT. North America is going to also go on during this period of time. You've got EG, VCJ Storm, Digital Chaos, Complexity, The Dire, Team Leviathan, Blue Pikachu, Immortals. And then last but not least, the China region with a hell of a lot of good teams as well. LGD Forever Young, IG Vitality, eHome, Vici Gaming, LGD, CDEC, and Braveheart, the open qualifier team. There's a lot of Dota. That's basically what I'm saying to you guys. So strap in. It's going to be a great season. Steven, I'm going to leave the last words for you. Anything else you want to say?
Thank you for tuning in. It was a great time casting with you. It's going to be more games ahead of us, right? You're going to have to remind me of the schedule. There's just, like you said, way too much Dota. But at the end of the day, it's very exciting to see Navi doing well in these qualifiers. It's always exciting. I know they have like a gigantic fan base, so it's always nice to see them make a comeback, even if it may or may not be, you know, a continual thing. But we'll just have to see how far they can take this roster.
Absolutely. All right, that's going to do it, guys. Catch you guys later for more Dota 2. See you guys then.
World Electronic Sports Games returns